This is Julia Lister doing Social Studies, Section 4.1, and we are doing the assignment Lady of Cow. Instead of a paragraph, we are going to talk about it.
Okay, so the question is, what were some of the ethical issues that archaeologists had to consider when they're studying a gravesite?
Well, they are taking her out of the grave.
Yeah.
Which, if someone came to a cemetery, like from another country, and said, okay, we're going to take this person and we're going to bring them all the way over to our country, and then maybe do some research and display them on a museum.
Yeah.
How would we feel?
Yeah, we wouldn't feel like that was something we wanted to happen to our loved ones. So, but is it worth it to balance the knowledge that you're going to gain?
I think it depends if you treat the body respectfully. Like, you don't want to break the coffin with a hammer or anything.
Yeah. And unwrap the person slowly if they're mummified and wrapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and document everything as it goes along, so you can glean as much information as possible. Right? What about the analysis of the findings?
Well, it does say she was buried with several weapons, but that doesn't mean she was like in a war or something. It's probably something ceremonial. You can't assume they were violent.
Yeah. Does the queen do anything ceremonial?
Yeah, she knights people with a sword.
So just because she has a sword doesn't
Yeah.
mean that she's vicious
It does not.
and warlike, right?
No.
No, because it's much more ceremonial at this point.
And I think if someone's being buried with the weapons, that's probably ceremonial.
Yeah. What do you think about... Oh, it went out of my head. What do you think about having a different culture come and look through a burial site?
Well, it's definitely, like, it depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Because if I don't know how someone else would feel about it, but I wouldn't mind, like, if I was studied for scientific purposes.
Yeah.
But some people, like, that there's a whole ceremonial thing about it, and people might not like it if you go and dig them up out of their graves.
Yeah, even when they found Tutankhamun and dug, or explored through that, it was related to grave robbers, modern day grave robbers in a way, because the artifacts were taken away from that country and taken somewhere else. And I know even in Canada, there's been scientific teams from other countries that have come and taken totem poles back to museums around the world. And there's been some upheaval about whether that is correct or not. And even they've had some ceremonies when things have been brought back to the original country.
But it depends, like, if the people who made the totem poles, if they need it to be there because it's something that's like part of their culture, I understand that, and they should respect if they want to keep it there.
Yeah.
They should be allowed to decide.
I noticed with one of the pictures that we saw, the people that were unwrapping the body looked like they were modern day Peruvian people.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that would be helped if the scientists hired and got input from the people in the modern day society in that area and had their input.
Yeah, well, it really should be like that, because you wouldn't want to disrespect an entire culture.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.